Saturday afternoon from 5 on Talk Sport. From a nation of hyped-up supporters.
Shannon Gorsuch
and Stan Collymore, telling it like it is.
The title is over.
Have your say first.
The referee was absolutely appalling.
On the UK's fastest post-match phone-in show.
It's like we're playing with 10 players.
Call Collymore, Saturday afternoon from 5.
Let's get your calls
On Talk Sport.
Hi, I'm Danny Kelly, sitting in all this week for Alan Brazil on the Sports Breakfast Show right here on Talk Sport. From 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, join me and Ronnie Irani for the best sports show anywhere on your breakfast dial. We'll bring you all the news from the 5th day of the Test match in Cape Town. Steve Stammers will review the newspapers, and we'll keep you across the weather conditions as we continue to be struck by the coldest weather for about 25 years. That's all from tomorrow morning from 6 here on Talk Sport.
From the Sky News Centre, commercial radio station of the year, Talk Sport. News at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Robin Shanhover. Forecasters are warning the big freeze is going to retain its grip well into next week. Snowfalls of up to 47 centimetres have been reported in parts of the country today. It's left many people stranded or cut off. The British Red Cross teams have been out assisting with emergency response operations right across the UK. The organisation's spokesman is Martin Amis.
We are used to providing humanitarian support where it's needed. The nature of that support obviously varies from country to country and incident to incident, but it's basically about meeting the needs of people where those needs can't be met by everyday arrangements, and that's clearly what's happening at the moment.
Meanwhile, emergency measures are being brought in to alleviate the gritting crisis. Collection limits on a mine in Cheshire have been lifted so that trucks can come in day and night to make sure that supplies don't reach critical lows. Hospitals across the UK, meanwhile, have implemented their major incident plan. Some have to cancel outpatient services and non-emergency operations today. Travel-wise, the sport is being affected too. Macca is going to have all the details shortly, and we'll of course keep you up to date with the travel throughout both times. The weather, although maybe cold, is certainly hotting up in the world of politics today. Former Cabinet Ministers Jeff Poon and Patricia Hewitt are calling for a secret ballot on Gordon Brown's leadership just months before a general election. Some backbenchers, though, have accused them of backstabbing and betrayal.
Talk Sport weather with ATS Euromaster.
This winter, use your head and let us check your tyre tread. Visit your local ATS Euromaster for a free tyre check now.
According to the satellite weather maps, there's still heavy snow over Aberdeen and the Scottish borders this afternoon. Now, the band of heavy snow that we've been keeping an eye on all afternoon for you looks like it's over London now, Southend, Swindon, tipping into Bristol and heading for Woking, Gillingham and Brighton. There are also snow showers right across the south and East Anglia. Elsewhere, very cold, winds very bitter, highs of around 2 degrees Celsius.
Talk Sport Sports Update with the Mitsubishi L200 Long Bed. Bigger in all the right places.
I'm Andrew McKenna. We'll start with managerial matters, and as expected, Preston have confirmed Darren Ferguson is their new manager. He signed a 3.5-year contract at Deepdale and has taken his coaching staff of Kevin Russell and Scott Taylor from Peterborough with him. A press conference has just got underway. We'll bring you the details from that. Still no news from Bolton about the appointment of Owen Coyle yet. His current employer has been speaking about the situation today. At a press conference, the Burnley chairman Barry Kilby was asked if he was surprised that Coyle seemingly left them for a club in and around them.
Yes, is my answer to that one. I fully expected when Owen did move from here, he was an ambitious manager, and that will probably happen. He will go onwards from Burnley FC, not to somebody, like you say, sideways, who were fighting a relegation scrap with. So it was a surprise.
Steve Davis will be in charge of Burnley's game against Stoke on Saturday. We've been telling you that the snow this afternoon was going to be a problem for the Premier League game between Arsenal and Bolton, and in the last 20 minutes the game has been called off once again due to the surrounding areas. And just to confirm what Andy Jacobs was saying just before the news, it was the safety authorities, not the referee Howard Webb, who called the game off. Fulham have confirmed Bobby Zamora did dislocate his collarbone against Stoke last night. In cricket, England are going to have to battle to save the third test against South Africa in Cape Town. Having been 101 without loss, they collapsed to 129 for 3. Cook, Strauss and Peterson, the men out. England are chasing a notional 466 to win. They have just closed the day 132 for 3. In rugby union, the Saracens director of rugby, Brendan Venter, has been charged by the RFU for his comments about the standard of refereeing, and there are plenty of sporting events being affected by the weather. Just to recap, talksport.net has the full list of what is off and what needs inspections. The next update's at 4:30.
On DAB Digital Radio and 1089 and 1053 AM. Bowtime with Darren Gough and Adrian Durham on Talk Sport.
It really is a total disgrace that the Arsenal game is off tonight. 08717 223344.
On DAB Digital Radio and 1089 and 1053 AM.
Hey up, mother.
Cardiff in fast rolling radio for all wood band blokes everywhere at Bowtime.
It's good to be back in the north.
Chuck your neck is like it's Darren Gough and Adrian Durham.
Well, go to the foot of our day.
Driving home at Bowtime on Talk Sport.
Honestly, would this have happened in the good old days? Yes, it's snowing in North London, but so what? The stadium's just off the A1 and Main Road, close to tube and train stations. It's not as if huge numbers of Bolton fans are travelling down.
I don't understand it, Eddie. The ground is okay. What is the problem? Stoke played last night in the snow.
Arsenal should give Bolton the points. Who honestly thinks that Arsenal's glove-wearing foreigners really wanted to play in the snow tonight? Pathetic. 08717 223344. Let's have it out on Snow Time, Bow Time. I'm so annoyed about this, I cannot tell you, largely because went to great lengths to try and sort a friend of mine out a ticket for the game this morning. She got the ticket and now can't go to the game. And yes, there might be a personal interest in it. However, this is classic what's going on with football in this day and age, Goffy. I do not understand it. Back in the good old days when football was football and footballers were men, unlike the pathetic pansies running around fields in the sunshine only these days, I don't understand what's going on. Why have they called it off? Anybody who's going to go to the game or was going to go to the game, anybody living in that area, please give us a call. Tell us why it's been called off. Because, as Macca said, it's the surrounding areas. It's actually been called off after discussions with safety officers, not by the safety officers.